Okay, today I am in Dadeville, Alabama, and this is a 1909 Sanborn map. There's a privy right here. There's a privy right here. And currently there's a building that comes out about here and, well, anyway, it's under the floor. I've actually acquired permission to probe it and see if it's actually there. So I'm off to check it out, and hopefully it will be a real privy and it will have great potential because it's very old. Okay, here it goes. Here goes nothing. The building is over here. And the door to the back is over here. Okay, here it is. It's got a back door, but it's not a very tall area. How do I even get in? It's very narrow. I can barely open the door. It's holding up by dirt, and it's only about 3.5 feet high, so the area is very close to here. Okay. It looks like the floor has been cut 2 feet. I mean, the dirt has been cut 2 feet, and that means there should be bottles sticking out of the top of the ground. But I probed it, and it's as hard as a rock. So I'm kind of confused. Well, I was just about to give up on it because I probed under the floor everywhere I could and I didn't find it. But 10 feet directly out from there, I did find it. Or something soft that's exactly the size of a privy right here. And it was directly that way 10 feet on the map. So I don't know what's going on. Hopefully they made a mistake with the map by 10 feet, because this definitely feels like a privy. I don't feel any glass, but it's definitely a soft spot. So I'm going to open it up and see what's down there. This is kind of strange. It's filled with some kind of gravel, which means it's sunk down, and they had to put some kind of fill in it, I think. But let's keep going and see what's down there. Well, I probed it at least a dozen times, all the way to the handle, but it definitely does feel soft, and it does have the dimensions of a privy. I am not hitting any glass, and I just don't think it's quite worth it. I don't really know if it is a privy or not, but I'm going to give it up. Well, that kind of explains why I don't find any old privies around here, because even when it shows a definite privy, there isn't one there. So that means they might have had a cut-in-half oak barrel that was capable of holding, say, 20 gallons. And they would empty it out every couple weeks or every month, because there definitely wasn't a privy here. So the fact that this is a clay town, almost all of Alabama is clay. And Alabama is terrible for privy digging because of it. As you notice from watching Brandon's videos, does he ever dig privies? I don't think I've ever seen him dig a single privy. He talks about it every once in a while, but he never digs them because there isn't any. The privy digging scene in this state is terrible because I don't find any privies here except new ones, and except for those ones from approximately 1935 to 45 with the iron seats to them. Of course, we can't even get to those because there's a cement slab on top of them. But I wouldn't want to waste my time digging a hole that I knew was going to be later than 1935. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go back to the dump for a few hours. Okay, so here's the question. Why would they be willing to dig an outhouse pit through this hard clay in the 1940s, 50s, and 60s, but they weren't willing to dig a hole in the 1880s to the 1930s? I can't answer that. Can you? Can you hear that? It just started raining. Just when I found a privy. It's slated to rain for the rest of the day. It's 1 o'clock right now. But I definitely found what looks like a triple wide privy. And it's definitely very soft. And it definitely has some glass in it. But it's way down there at the 3-foot level. So I have to dig a long ways to find out how old this is going to be. And with the rain, I don't think I'm going to want to stick around for that long. Well, I dug it a foot deep, and it didn't really have any glass in it when I stuck the probe in it further. It still went. It must be very deep. But the fact that it sunk down a foot, how does that make sense? Could somebody possibly have dug it already? And that's why it doesn't have any glass, and that's why it's sunken down a foot? It's possible. But now that I think about it, I have only ever heard of people digging in one town for privies over here. And that is Bessemer. Because Bessemer has the most valuable bottle there is. From the state of Alabama, that is. It was literally so cold this morning that I couldn't dig until about 11 o'clock. Now it's a well-known fact that there's about 45 ravines down there that are all full of trash, but they're all from the 40s. I don't know how there could be anything left there, because I almost wiped it out 13 years ago. But I still hear there's people digging there, and I just dug there and found some stuff still. But if there's dumps over there, why couldn't there be even older dumps over here that are closer to town? I have not checked these woods at all. I don't know if anybody else has. They probably have, but I think I'll take a look. Well, I checked at least 20 acres out there. And I did find about 1,000 bottles, but they were only from the 70s and 80s, so I came on back. And, well, now it started raining, so I guess that's it for today.